Hey, Liam Ward here at LearnTheHarmonica.com. This is a lesson for beginner harmonica players on bending notes. I'm going to give you a crash course on what bending is, how to do it, and hopefully get you starting to bend right away. Now, if you want to learn more about bending, all the different types of bending, and learn some songs to help you practice it, then check out my full course on bending. I'll put a link in the description beneath this video. Now, if I had to decide, if I had money on it, then I would say that bending is the most distinctive sound that the harmonica makes. And the one technique you really have to learn if you want to get the harmonica to play to its full potential. So I think it's really important that we know how to do it and what it can do for us. So let's start with what can bending give you as a player? What does it add? Well, it has massive expressive capabilities. It allows you to imitate the emotions of the human voice and also other instruments. So it expands what is a relatively simple instrument to being able to do more than you might expect. You will have heard the sound of bending, especially if you've heard blues playing. So anything of that moving sort of sound. Also melodic notes, but with a kind of texture to them. So it's really useful in terms of adding that kind of sound to your playing, and it's a really distinctive sound on the instrument. So what exactly is bending? Well, it's a way of lowering a note on the harmonica to achieve an expressive texture or a whole new melodic tone in order to expand your playing further. So on other instruments you can bend a note up from the natural note further up. Now you can't do that on the harmonica. What we can do is take a natural note and bend it down. So if I play the 4 draw, natural note, and then I can bend it down. So that would be called a bend. Now you can give the illusion of bending upwards by starting on the bend and releasing. So that was a 4 draw bend and then releasing to the natural note. Then the melodic version of this would just be hitting that bend straight. So that note could be useful for me as a melodic note in my playing. So which holes will bend? You heard me play the 4 draw there, and actually holes 1 to 6 draw will all bend to varying degrees. And then when we get to hole 7, it flips the other way. So 7, 8, 9 and 10 below will bend, but the draw notes won't. Okay, so how do you actually bend? I'm sure this is what you really want to know. Well, the first thing is it's all internal. There are 3 aspects of it. I tend to think of it as split into 3 when you're trying to bend. The first is what you're doing with your mouth. So your mouth shape kind of goes from an to an oo. So with a normal 4 draw, we can go oh, oh. But that's not the only thing I'm doing. I'm also doing something with the pressure, so kind of slurping the air. If you imagine that you're sucking a milkshake through a straw, you're not necessarily pulling harder, but there's that tension which is forcing the air through. Slurping the air as you play that note. And then the third and final part of the bend, and this is crucial, is what you're doing with your tongue. So the tongue kind of slides back and kind of humps up, curls up like that. So this is the front, my fingertips, and then my wrist is the back. And we're kind of bringing that up, and that's changing the angle of the airflow, and it's actually making the air hit both the draw and the blow reed as you breathe in. And that's physically what's happening on the instrument. So the air is angled through both those reeds, and that means that you're getting a note which is between the pitch of the blow and the draw reed. That's why the draw notes on holes 1 to 6 will bend, because you are playing the higher, the draw note is the higher note, so you can bend it down to that gap between the draw and the blow. But then on 7 to 10 blow, the blow note is higher, so you can bend the blow notes down. Now if you try all of those things together, the mouth shape change, the pressure, and the tongue position change, then you'll start to hopefully get the notes to move. The draw notes will probably be easiest at first, so I'd recommend 4 draw on a C harp, that's what I was playing then, but also try the other draw notes. The blow bends tend to come after learning to draw bend. So that's a little bit of information on what bending is, how it can be useful to you, and hopefully getting you started with playing it. If you want to learn more, then consider taking my full bending course. We'll go through the technique in greater detail. We'll learn to play melodic bends as well as inflective bending technique, and we'll go through several song studies to help putting your bends into action. There's a link to that course in the description beneath this video. And if you have enjoyed this video, then please click like and subscribe to my channel, because I put out free harmonica lessons every single week. Until I see you again, good luck with your practice, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.